what would you suggest for our listeners of something they can do? Like, let's say they have no self-awareness or they're just starting to get their self-awareness. What would be a tip you would give them to help them expand their self-awareness?
Um, so, I mean, I think I'm hesitating because what I'm about to say I think is very unpopular to for a lot of people. Some people would be like, "Oh, that's a good idea," but I think a lot of people will be like, oh, "No, no, 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 no," because I at least this is my impression and my experience working with people also that this tends to be a difficult thing. But I would say clear space and spend some time alone.
Yep.
Go take yourself out for lunch. Go by yourself. Take yourself out for dinner. Go to a movie by yourself. Take a walk by yourself.
And when you're on the walk, because this is what I do, I'll take my walks. I don't listen to music. I don't listen. I pay attention to the surroundings,
Huh?
pay attention to what's going on in my mind, but it makes me aware. And I'll say, "Oh, I hear that bird over there. Oh, and there's somebody's blowing weeds over here or blowing, leaves or whatever over
Yeah.
here." Like I pay attention to all that.
Yeah.
That is helpful.
You know what? I think you're absolutely right. And I think that that is advanced self-awareness
Oh,
101 because I
oh,
think I think some people are so terrified to spend any time by themselves
that's true.
that it might be too
Too
much.
much.
So if we're talking about someone that is really just trying to really begin the
Begin.
journey, and I would say do what you need to do to be able to have that alone time, and if that means having your earphones in or having a book with you,
If
what
that's the way you start, yeah.
once you can deal with being alone, then by all means, I completely agree with you. And it's funny, that's why I was
That's true.
hesitating because I mean, I think that there are plenty of people out there. Like if these people might hear this podcast and they might be like, what are those two ladies talking about? Like I love spending time alone, but I know more people that find that to be a very daunting prospect.
Yes. Yeah. And sitting with themselves is
Yeah.
difficult.
Yes.
I mean, and that's not always easy for me to do. Um, yeah, that's not always easy for me to do. I mean, the other day I had just put on all my makeup because I was going to do some videos and stuff. And there was something that I was thinking about and the tears started to come and I'm like, "No. Bad time, bad time, bad time."
No,
You know?
exactly.
So I still catch myself doing that.
Yeah.
Instead of, you know what? I could have gone and put my makeup on again,
Yeah.
but there was that moment. No, 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 not right now. Don't stop. And I'm so good at like switching gears,
Yeah.
But I thought, okay, what I did with that though, I didn't just let it go. I'm like, okay, I need to take some time alone and let that out.
Yeah.
I don't recommend like shutting it down,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
if it's a moment that you can't release at that time, you need to make the time later and
Yeah.
you need to allow yourself those tears
Yeah.
or whatever it is you're dealing
Yeah.
with. I've been working through some anger. I mean, I'm realizing that there's still some underlying anger,
Mhm.
and I've had some really big aha moments over the last couple of weeks, but it's because I've spent some time alone
Yeah.
and really
Yeah.
dug in deep and said, okay, I am sick of this. Like, I feel like there's this underlying anger and I'm not sure what it is. And I've been figuring it out
Yeah.
and releasing it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And so that, I mean, just going back to your question, see, you have good self-awareness. You're aware, like, I am having this difficult feeling is called anger. It seems to be attached to this, that, or the other. I'm going to spend time with myself to try to sort it out and figure it out. Whereas, a less self-aware person might, and you might even say, yeah, I did that. I mean, I know what I used to do before I had self-awareness. I would smoke a pack of cigarettes. I would
Oh, yeah.
drinking with friends. I would, end up having a
Sit in front of the TV with a bag of chips.
Oh, I was going to say jump in bed with someone. And
Well, there is that too. There is that.
ice cream. It's like all those things you do to stuff your feelings down.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
I also feel like, part of well, it is part of self-awareness, but it's sort of self-awareness adjacent. I think that we have to forgive ourselves if we
Yes.
regress and still do something like that, or if, you don't always get it right, but the most important thing is to be able to say, like, oh my God, yeah, I just snarfed down that entire bag of potato chips. I was eating my feelings. And
Yeah.
as opposed to just eating your feelings and then ordering up the next bag of chips. It's
And then what I would do afterwards, if I realized it, is I would beat myself up over it, right?
Yeah.
So what you're saying is, and I did want to touch on this, is we do need to forgive ourselves, and it's okay.
Yes.
Forgive ourselves for our past behaviors. I've worked through a lot of that. Sometimes you think about what you did, and you're like, oh.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, I forgive myself for doing that. I'm so sorry. But
Yeah.
and give yourself a lot of grace. And it's a journey.
Yeah.
This is a healing journey. And so, yes, there's going to be times that you're going to mess up and you're going to go back to old ways.
Yeah.
That's where the self-awareness, and just acknowledge it.
Yeah.
Forgive yourself and try to put together a plan so that the next time, whatever that was that happened that got you to go back to old ways, you have a different option in front of you.
Exactly.